below. 58 p.m. Yes, let me copy. Alright, so right now I'm gonna be live. I'll be with so to Alright, so first I'm going to analyze how you play, why you go for certain things. Next, I'll ask, I'll take note when does the weakness happen. Then I'll analyze your strengths, and then I'll set a basic goal after this. So first thing, let's go into the replay. So I'm going to commentate the gameplay between both players right now. Spectrix going for a bit of a 6-3 opener here, going in for an LST. However, it is a little bit of a waste T solution here, which makes it a bit bad. But overall, the stack is pretty flat, and you're not really getting into any kind of danger, so it's pretty good. Alright, you continue your flat stacking, but actually no, this is really good stacking. Really flat, really efficient. You have a T-spin coming up next. Another thing to note here is that since you don't usually use look ahead, what you could have noticed is this Z piece and this S piece can actually wait, let me get a bit live drop, please. Get on my screen now. Please. Thank you. But here you could put your Z piece here, your S piece here, and then you could make a T-spin here. So this is a really good like pattern to note, because you keep back to back for the rest of the things. And yeah, that's it. Let's clear this. Let's proceed with the replay. So you do unfortunately miss back to back, which is fine. You still have a relatively clean flat and relatively good board. Okay, here you make a T, you skim down for a T-spin. The waist T here is a bit weird, but it's fine. You're making a lot of okay downstacks. Combo quad, really good. Really like it. You have 2 T pieces here, which is really like ish. Although you should opt for T-spins. Now, one thing I forgot to mention last time was that whenever you're playing, just try to not waste T pieces as much as possible. That was my goal back in, back in A rank, I think, or S rank. And that's why I just got really efficient, mainly just because of that. This downstack is a little bit you stack the O piece on top of your garbage hole, which is really bad. You could have placed it in another place. For example, the O piece can actually go over here, which is actually a better place. And actually, funny thing that you probably can't see, but you could have put the you could actually put the O piece here, L piece here, J piece here, T piece here, and then got a T-spin here. It's a really weird pattern. I doubt you'll see it. Anyways, let's continue on. So with this this downstack, you got that combo, really good combo. I like it. All right, here, yeah, more combos, really good. Here you're struggling to find the flat upstack, which is okay. And here at the end you had the really full STMB pattern. So let me just emphasize it. So it's the S piece here. I think you could have gone for it, but here you had S piece, J piece, I piece, O piece, and yeah, it makes a really good piece in here. I think you saw that, but I don't know. Alright, and the next round. So here, spectrix, you go for MKO. This is not the wasty variation, unfortunately. You should learn the wasty variation. The wasty variation is actually like really good. Leads into STMB caves, a lot of STMB caves, and a clean 6-3 stack. So yeah, although this is really good stacking, this isn't that bad. And then you have yeah, a pattern here. Unfortunately, you have to. Oh, but that. Okay, that's brutal. But here you missed the pattern I showed you earlier near the end, where you could just put an S and Z pieces. So like here you got really good stack, but you missed this, where you could put the Z piece here and the S piece here. So yeah, that's just a really good pattern to take note of. It's an STMB cave without the STMB cave. It's like on top of an L piece. But yeah, it's a really good pattern to take note here. So let's proceed. And yeah, unfortunately, you do try to greed for a T-spin, but yeah, you're too high on the board. Unfortunate. Next year, we see you going for MKO again. It seems you like the opener. Also take note that MKO actually has a PC chance here. So over here, you can actually do a PC. Like this, J piece here, then you go for a T piece. Actually, this is much better. You can go for a T piece here, and another T piece here, and then the O piece. Yeah, just know that this opener actually has a PC chance, and I can't not used to this. Yeah, let's proceed. Here you do make a somewhat clean stack. And I noticed that you're using that L prop a lot because of the video. That's pretty good on you. Yeah, unfortunately you don't see clean stack. So if I were here, the clean stack option would clean stack option here would not to be placed the eyepiece here. So you would place the eyepiece here because of the O dependency. Let me skip back a little bit more to where you didn't place the eyepiece yet. But the reason why is because you have an O piece here coming up next. This O piece here. So you could put the eyepiece here, L piece here, and then since there's going to be a J piece up next because this is going to be the next bag. So yeah. Alright. Now let's go on. So yeah, you unfortunately missed it. And yeah, here it's a pretty good count to 4. I approve. Good fix. Here, you can actually skim here. You see this? If you clear this, it actually becomes a more flat stack. So this isn't actually that bad. As much as you're trying to break B, as much as you're trying to hold B to B, it's just not possible on this. Good down stack. I like that you didn't miscomp here. Alright, now we're into a flat stack, which means you can begin doing your attacks now. Waste T, again, not a fan of it. Okay, let me establish a main goal here. So stop wasting T pieces. You see a T piece, don't waste it. Think of a T spin. Alright. Now we have another T spin, really good when downstacking. Another thing you can go for here is a L skim. So whenever you have a garbage hole that's like over here, you can actually go for an L skim, and you have a free T spin setup. So that's a really cool. It's called a prophecy T spin to take note of. You don't see that, which is fine. Mini T spin's okay since it builds up back to back. Oh, and then yeah, this is really good stacking. Again, waste T, I am not a fan of it. Keep emphasizing it. Waste T is bad. Not bad. Alright, here we have TKI. Let's see your LSD have going on here. Okay, we see, yeah, really good flat stack. You have a really good third pattern. Good job on that. I like the third pattern. I like the third bag of this. So you have this, and then you have, okay, yep. Again, waste T, I'm not a fan of. You could have easily just not wasted T here by putting the S piece instead, and you still have a lot of pieces to work with. I know it's mostly S and Z pieces, but hear me out. If you put your S piece here, your L piece here, and then the Z piece here, you could have easily made a T spin with the O piece. Don't forget the O piece here. And then you could have just used another S piece later on, and then it leads into flat LSD stack. I don't know your next queue, but it's going to be good, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And then let me clear ink. So yeah, you don't see it, unfortunately, which is fine. You know. Okay, now that's a misdrop. Unfortunate. Okay, you have a clean count to 4. Yeah, another thing to note is that whenever you have a triple and you're making an eyepiece, always look out for opportunities where you can place 1 extra piece or 2 extra pieces to make it a quad. Because right now here, you can easily make this a quad by putting the J piece here. And you can send +2 attack. So look out for that. It's small, but it sends much more. Alright, let me hide the name. Not hiding. Clear. So yeah, you missed that, which is fine. You know, you miss a lot of things. And then, yeah, good T-spin down stack. I really like that. And that is a really good fractal as well. I approve. Really good. Alright, Mr. T-spin's STD. A classic opener that isn't really used nowadays. Mainly due to stack flatness and because PC chance is basically 0. But yes, you go into a very clean 6-3 stack. Again, waste T, I'm not a fan of. And oh god, that is a big spike from your opponent. But a while ago, let me go to previous round, you could have not wasted T. So let me see what I came up with. So here you didn't need to waste T. Why? Because of the Z piece can go here, the S piece can go here, I piece can go here, the J piece can go here, and or actually, yeah, yeah, that's the J piece can go here, but also the O piece. O piece is much better because it's just closer. So yeah, that's just quick T spin. Alright, clear, and then proceed. So yeah, you missed that, and unfortunately you lost that round. Let's move on. Okay, let me check the chat. Alright, short break done. Sorry for the delay. Alright, so here we start with MKO again, which is an opener, one of the openers of all time. Love the copy pasta. Here you could have not wasted T again. Note, you have to take note of follow-ups. When it comes to openers, you want to take note of follow-ups because in an opener, you only have limited options of anyways, back to what I was saying. There is you have very limited options when it comes to openers to what you can do to make the next T-spin double. So memorize at least like 2 or 3 follow-ups until you get a board state where you have a lot of pieces to work with, and it's very freestylable. So here, for this MKO, like bag, one thing you can do is go with the waist T variation, which Small Fish has a video, but unfortunately they did unlist it because they quit Tetrio. I'll send a link for you in the either it's in the description or it's somewhere else. I didn't really click screen. Where is here? So here is the waist T variation, but if you want to not waste T here, which is also fine, then you would go for since you have a Z piece, you can go for this variation, which is Z piece, I piece, L piece here, and you do get into a clean stack with the S piece coming up next here and the J piece coming up next here, and then here you would fill it in with whatever. So it could be an I piece, L piece, J piece, etc. So yeah, that's the follow-up for MKO. Just learned that. But you waste T here, unfortunately, so let's see what you do with this. So let's continue. So here, yeah, you waste T. Isn't the worst waste T in my opinion. You look for a fractal here. I like that. You're making an idea of it. You can actually make a fractal there, which is like something you missed. So here, you didn't notice that you had a Z piece coming up next, which could which you could use for this hole. And then the J piece could actually have a J and an S piece here. So you could have actually gone for the fractal, but you didn't see that because you don't read all your pieces. So, you know, just try reading all your pieces. Practice that. So, read all your pieces and try not to waste T as much as possible. That's really the second goal. See a piece, T piece, don't think of the T-spin using all previews. Try visualizing as best as possible, even if it makes you go below 1 PPS. Yes, it will hurt, but you because I just realized around S minus I was utilizing all previews, but I wasn't visualizing them in a specific order. I would use 2 or 3 previews, but in a randomized order, or not like in a randomized order, in a less specific order. So right here I would be using, like, for example, the Z piece, the L piece for a skin here, or the OP, and then I would make like things that are, well, impossible. For example, like a Z piece and an L piece, I would be using it. And then for the other pieces, I just think of them as filler pieces and to try moving them elsewhere. So that's my mindset back then. Here you get a T-spin, which is really good. Oh, okay, that is, you are sent to the top. Okay. Just, okay, spectrix. Here's some high grab survival tips, and also high on the board survival tips in general. So, here, notice how the S piece spawns above. That means you can actually place the S piece over here, which leads into survival since you have the I piece coming up next. So, you know, just look out for that. Don't cover your well immediately. Or like, if you like accidentally put it in there, you still had to hold an S piece and hold, which means you could actually just hold and then it'll go back to the top. So yeah, just continue. And unfortunately he died here. Survival tips. Alright, here Mr. T-spin's STD. I really hate the name STD. You know why? I'm not even gonna explain it. Okay, here you waste T again. The thing about Mr. T-spin's STD is it leads into 7-2, and it's not even like that flat. So if I were you, I would go for the, or if I were using this opener, I would actually do a TSS here, a vertical TSS, because that leads into 6-3, and I prefer 6-3 over 7-2 because this 7-2 is a bit weird. So, you know, something you might want to try out with Mr. T-spin. Here's another thing you can note. Since you have an eyepiece coming up next, what you can actually do for an efficient waste T here is actually make a donation here. So what you can do is you can make a T piece here, you could put the J piece here, and then you could put the Z piece here for a TSD donation, and then you get a quad on top of that. So that's what I would do here, since I'm forced to waste T. If I'm forced to waste T, I would always think of a more upstack based solution rather than like a flat solution. Because if you're forced to not waste T, you would opt for things that are more flat since, you know, wasting more pieces for like a Tetris stack, like committing them into a Tetris stack would make you less likely to not waste T in the T-spin. So whenever you waste T, think of a more upstack solution. So like try incorporating more pieces into that Tetris. So I just made that up in the spot, but it works. So here you don't see that, which is fine. Yep, cancels. Alright, good TST, I like that. But what you could have done here instead is actually use this for a you could actually do the Tetris first, and then the TST right after. Since you had actually 4 garbage here, it won't actually ruin the TST, so just take note of that. Because when you're making a TST, you actually block this well. So yeah, take note of that. Although you do make the quad, but like, you could have kept back to back, sent 1 more damage. Alright, here you could have gone for Yoshihiro in order to not waste T's. So what you could have done is put your Z piece as like the overhang. So put the Z piece here, S piece, I piece, and then Yoshihiro with T's. And then you want to fill. The idea is you want to fill this part with an O piece once you clear it, and then make a counter 4 since you have an L piece, and yeah, L piece with something. That's it. Yes, it is greedy, but if you can get away with it, then you should probably try more. Greed is my problem, however, I'm still like trying to refine it. So, because in my opinion, greed can be good only when it's good. Here you could have not wasted eyepieces. Whenever you're downstacking, try not wasting eyepieces, because whenever you're wasting eyepiece, you have to like place 7 more pieces to get rid of this Tetris. Or it's kind of like an eye dependency. Save the eyepiece for the eye dependency. And yeah, wasting an eyepiece here. Although you do survive, you get away with it. You waste 2 eyepieces, which is rather bra moment. Oh, that's, yeah. And then you get down after a while. Well, here comes the attack. Here is your yeah, downstack, really good attack. I like it. Okay, here you have back to back. You're going for an upstack here, which is not the best, although you did break, so it's fine. Like if you were to like continue making T-spins up there, it would have been not bad. Anyways, about the waste T thing, don't waste T like that. Just do the T-spin and then make another T-spin on top. Don't funnel stack. I noticed you funnel stack a lot. Just don't. Although, do you see the C-spin here? I wonder if you do. Oh, you almost made it. You could have played the O piece there. Yeah. Into a combo. Like it. What you do here. So you do make a oh, what, let's see what you do there. Okay, yeah. Oh, you're going for a TSD here. Now the problem with the TSD here, although it is efficient, you might as well just make the quad underneath. So like, so if you put the S piece, and an I piece, it would have been it has the same efficiency. Since you're sending a double into a 2 combo triple, which is actually the same amount of garbage as a quad. So just go for the downstack. Don't make ups. Okay, here's the thing you have to know. Don't make an upstack. Don't like block your downstack whenever you have garbage. Because if you're at like the middle of the board and then you want to go for a T-spin, make sure you have a T piece. Because if you're doing this, you're committing more pieces that you're just making your own garbage essentially. But you don't need to make your own garbage. You can just use the garbage underneath. So that's why upstacking is a kind of a decision. Here you could have gone for more upstack, but like I said, don't do that. Alright, so here you have okay, yeah, covering your garbage hole again with that S piece, it's fine. You can get away with this, however, just don't do it. So yeah, this is very icky downstack. I can't there is a lot of solutions. Here you could have just made a T-spin here. I assume you weren't like thinking, but that was a free T-spin. Like, you literally just put the overhang right after. Maybe you were prioritizing downstack there, but it's literally just free. Okay. Yeah, that's a more downstack based solution. Okay, here, there, and then downstack. No. Again. Oh yes, the Kaidan. Let's go. Okay, here you could have just Tetris and then mini T-spin. That was the thing there. Alright, this is the final round. Alright, let's see what you go for. Okay, you know this follow-up. You know the LJ donation. Good job on that. Alright. Do you cover? Yeah. And now this is... okay, no, don't put that there. Actually, no, that's fine. Oh no, but you don't see that. Oh, unfortunate. Okay. Go for even more LST. Yeah, okay. Now you could have made a Kaidan there. Like, that was a free Kaidan if you put the L piece like here instead, and then put the I piece down there, make way for the next whole piece. And then you could put the J piece on top, and then LO to fix that. But you had the Kaidan here. For visualization's sake, let me draw it. So you could put the I piece. That is not 5. I piece, and then you could put the S piece. And then the L piece goes here. The other L piece can go here, and then actually no, the J piece can go here, the O piece goes here, the L piece goes here, and yeah. And wait, let me... Yeah. Again, free count to 4, you kind of missed it. But essentially, if you were to just place the LP, flat stack here was to place the L piece, and then you had like 2 Z pieces to spin in, and then you could make a Yoshihiro with the S piece, O piece, and then place other pieces there. Yoshihiros are really good fixes for 9-0 stacks, and yeah, just take note of that, especially at the bottom. So, clear. You don't see it, so unfortunately you have to skim down. It's fine. You're fine anyways. Okay, this mini T-spin single, as much as it is a T-spin, it doesn't actually do anything here. Like, mini T-spins are just the equivalent of a single if there's no back-to-back. So don't do the mini T-spin. It's not a multiplier. Here you waste I piece again for that I dependency. Don't do that. Okay, and there, you won. And yeah, that is my analysis of your gameplay. So let's see the other replay. So over here. Alright, 5-2. Good job on beating that guy up. So here, you both open with PCO. You go for this instead. But for PCO, if you want a flatter upstack like kind of continuation, usually don't skim. Like skimming is fine. It makes your board flatter, I guess. But if you want an easier Tetris in the future, opt for an upstack. And I know you have the speed to get away with it since speed is one of your strengths. Alright, here, let's see if you do the T-spin single. Yeah! Okay, now that's really good. I really like that. So, okay, let's see what you do here. Okay, you didn't resolve parity, unfortunately. Yeah, you're gonna break back to back. But here you could have what you actually should have done, like after this T-spin single, like here, what you could have done instead is actually make the last Tetris. Like you should have put the O piece, like the L piece, if you misheld, that's fine. You can actually go for the solution you went earlier, but here, you would want to take the Tetris and then put the O piece here. So O piece can go here, and then the L piece can go here, and then you have a T-spin at the bottom. What next? Yeah, it's much flatter. But if you wanted to go for an upstack like you did earlier, then oops, skip too much. If you want to go for an upstack like you did earlier, then this is fine, the J piece is fine, but what you could have did here is like a TKI kind of pattern, where you put the I piece, S piece, and then Z piece like this, and then you have a TKI pattern type thing. But if you, since you already kind of like stockfish right now, trying to go for, even if you do a wrong thing, I can still find a good fix to that. So, no, not to be egotistical, but like, here. Since you already committed the eyepiece there, what you could have done instead is actually waste T here. And the reason why you want to waste T here is because it resolves this parity. Remember the parity that we talked about earlier, about height difference? It's not actually height difference. It's not called parity, it's height difference. You can resolve height difference by wasting a T piece here. So just put the T piece here and it will resolve height difference. So take note of that. Fortunately, you don't see that, so you kind of go into this upstack, and then let's see how you downstack this. Alright, now again with the count to 4 missed, I'm not gonna yell at you for it, it's fine. That is not the correct piece. I assume you want an S piece there, which would have worked. Now here you could have gone for a better combo. I thought you would be able to see it, but I'll just teach you this anyway, why not? So instead of going here, you would actually want to place your T piece. You want to place your T piece here, and then you want to put your J piece, J piece here, and then the L piece, you would want to make it over here. The Z piece, then the Z piece, and then the L piece, and then it's you can do whatever in that board. So yeah, that's a combo. But this is fine. You have downstack anyway. Doesn't really matter. Go for this T-spin single here. I like it. That's fine. Okay, now skimming is not fine, but it's okay, I guess. Like, it's a good fix. Here again, here's another prophecy pattern. What you could have actually done here is use the J piece for this, and then you can get the free T-spin. And then for your Z piece, it can go here. And yeah. Screen. But that's fine, you missed this. Again, wasting eyepiece for a downstack. Stop doing that. Really bad. Alright. I assume that's a misdrop, although if you did waste eyepiece there, that is, again, same point as a while ago. And again, same point as a while ago, you're wasting your eyepieces for downstack. Stop doing that. Make sure you want to, as much as possible, try putting your eyepieces in the right place. And if you're wondering, like, oh, what if there's a solution where it's actually impossible to do? Well, just in the lower ranks, just assume that it's always possible. Because only when you can fully visualize all 5 pieces, that's the only time when you start, like, thinking that it's impossible. It's only when you can visualize all 5 pieces, all 7 pieces on the screen, I mean. That's when you know, like, it is impossible, but you can't do that yet, so just assume it's always possible and it's always there. And if you don't see it, then you're stupid. That's literally my mindset back then. Alright, here again, you make a T-spin on top 4. It's kind of waste T again, another find downstack. It's less good T-spin. I like that. You took the T-spin. It was free. Here, let's see what you do. Oh yes, there we go. We love the donation. Then, let's see what you do here. It's almost dead. You can practically say, okay, this is a really bad stack. Alright, you find a T-spin. Good job. Yeah, even more T-spin. Go for the T-spin single. Or the double, actually. And the reason why I was thinking of T-spin single is that it immediately led into another T-spin. This was fine. That was fine. That was a good spot. Killed your opponent. Alright. Yep, we got the flat stack variation. Leads into queen 6-3. Yeah. Waste T, not a fan of. You say that a lot. Been saying that a lot. Your opponent, meanwhile, oh my goodness, he just got free attack. And they are dead. Alright. Go for 6-3 again. Oh. Let's see what happens. Alright, nice. Okay. Yeah, that does work, yeah. Okay, count to 4 is fine. Although, if you see a T-spin, like I doubt you saw that, but if you saw this earlier, you could have put the O piece here. Like here's a prophecy, another prophecy T-spin. So if you put the O piece here, and then the J piece here, it actually sends more damage than a quad because it's a skim. It's a skim plus a TSD, which is 7 damage versus 5 damage. So yeah, and then you could put the eyepiece there, and then yeah, flat stock. I saved up. Anyways, just yeah, moving on. Don't find that. That's fine. Alright. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now, flatter solution would have actually been... there was a flatter solution that you missed, but essentially, instead of putting the O piece there, what you could have done is put the O piece in the middle here. Let me go back, yeah. And then the S piece, where is the ink? S, Z, J, and that would have given you a T-spin card. Whereas a while ago it didn't give you, but your opponent was fast and they had a 9-0 stack, so I don't think you were able to make it since you have no T pieces or I pieces. So unfortunate. Anyways, moving on, let me Clear the board. Alright, we go for a flat top here. Your opponent misdrops stick spin. Very unfortunate for them. However, very fortunate for you, as that might give you the win. Although they fixed it immediately. Okay, yeah, I don't know why you put the S piece there. I think you were like keen on making that heart shape. Although you could have very well put the S piece here and made a T-spin overhand. Also, where was your... know why it dies in the third round. Okay, I assume you saw that solution I saw earlier. If you didn't, then it's fine as well. Yep, really good combo. Okay, here you could have... you had a well coming up, so what I would do is not actually waste T here. I would actually go for a Z piece. Z piece. Z piece. J piece. And then Z piece. If you're asking, or actually no, since the order won't work. Okay, again, notice how I'm not using any order. I'm just placing pieces. So that, since that won't work, then you try a different approach. Let's clear the screen. So instead, just put the O piece here. Z piece, Z piece, and then J piece. J piece. Okay. Clear the screen. And then alright, let's go. Go on. That's fine. Wasting T. You still have a good downstack here. Yep. That's the downstack. You have... oh, okay. A bit too high on the board, but you were able to get away with it. And then you kill your opponent. Nice. Nice round. Alright. Now here you have... oh, your opponent went for stick spin. I recognize that garbage. Okay, here a bit of an icky downstack situation. It's fine. Really good 180 fix. I like that they saw that. Right, here you're going for 9-0 stack. I don't prefer 9-0, but it's whatever. Like, my mindset back then was avoid 9-0 as much as possible, since 9-0 don't give T-spins. So, unfortunately, you're a bit too high. So, again, prioritize downstack more, especially when you're going against faster opponents like this guy. This guy's going for stick. Oh, he misdropped stick spin again. I assume you saw that. You're like looking at them in the opener. You're not going for the usual 3-eye flat top follow-up. I assume you're going for like a more upstack-ish kind of thing. Alright, you got to see this T-spin. You did. Congratulations. Your opponent, meanwhile, doing some very weird things on top of the board. I really don't know what they're doing. Alright, here. Alright. I don't know. You probably didn't see this, but that is a prophecy that is actually pretty good, and I didn't see that, so good job on you if you saw that or not. So okay, here icky weird solution stack type thing. Alright, you're going for an upstack here. Don't do that. You could have very well just did an L skim here, and if that was a misdrop, then that's fine. Just didn't look like a misdrop, so I pointed that out for you. Alright, you're going for a T-spin here, but you're wasting T. Now, again, that isn't the greatest since it wastes T, but you did have a T piece luckily, so you were able to get it. And now I'm just basing this off the fact that you don't use all your previews. Right. And yep, T-spin double here. You're going for a more wide stack. Good job. And you had a multiplier quad at the end. That would have been so cool to watch. But you did beat your opponent. This was a rather short set compared to the other one. job. That. Alright. So now that I know how they play, why you go for certain things, when does your weakness happen? Now, what I noticed from your weaknesses is that 1, you miss quad, so work on that. 2, you cover your garbage hole, your next garbage holes, and then 3, which is more decision making problem, is that you don't downstack completely before upstacking. Make sure you have no garbage on the board before you continue to upstack, and then proceed with the flat upstack. Okay? So, your strengths. First thing, your speed. You have good speed. Like, I know you're in S plus SS range, but this, like, I got U rank with 1.5. So, you have speed, okay? You have decent speed. Not to flex or anything, I actually did get rank at like 1.5-ish. Speed. Second advantage, your opener speed. What else? Your LST is pretty good. LST. I like your LST. LST is pretty good. The fact that you made 20 TSDs with that is also just a sign of it being good. Yeah. So here's your basic goal after. Stop wasting T pieces. Just stop. Okay, goals. Stop wasting T pieces. Stop wasting I pieces when downstacking. And try visualizing all the pieces. Order doesn't matter. Oh, I also said for myself to link a video about MKO. So here, you can learn MKO. Pro video in description. And also I'll put like this notes in description. So yeah, we'll learn the waste T variation and happy learning. And for openers, for your opener questions, like openers, how openers, what openers, just learn as much. The thing is about openers, even if you don't, okay, for example, I know how to BT cannon. So like I know, here, let me do BT cannon. So I know, this isn't BT cannon, this is BT cannon. I know how BT cannon is built, right? But notice how I almost never use it. And I already forgot how to use BT cannon. Here we go. I never use BT though, and you might be wondering, why are you not using an opener that way? Well, 1, it wastes T. 2, it's really committing stack, so it's really hard to like get away with it. But I know BT. But the main takeaway I got from BT is the setup of BT itself. I know that this thing, beta triple, is a thing, and I can do this mid game. So let me get some cheese layer. Okay, that is not 6 cheese layer. Excuse me. So I know how to build BT mid game. So let me find an opportunity. I think this is this one opportunity. Can't tell. Here's an opportunity. I can wait, is that too high? Yes, that is too high. I can build BT mid game. That's what I got from this. So even though you don't like use the opener, you still get something out from it, which is, you know, good because you learned a setup. So yeah, just learn as much as you can. You will learn like stacking patterns from openers. And also, whenever you're learning an opener, learn at least 2 to 3 bags. Because for example, an opener like TKI, let me turn off garbage. for an example, opener like TPKI Castle Top. Now, you might find like, oh, okay, T-spin. But then, how do I fix this? Where's the T-spin? You might be tempted to place the OPs here. But if you learned like the third bag of this, which is actually, this is actually more freestyle route, but yeah, this thing exists. Wait, hold on. Or actually no, not this, not even this. You can make an Imperial Cross, which is like pretty good, right? Yeah, you can argue against that, but main point is just learn openers. Feel free to learn openers. Just learn as much as you can. For example, like MKO. If you want to learn the waist T variation, then this is the waist T variation. And the funniest part is that it. Guess what this is? Yeah, you guessed it. It's mech TSV. Yeah, it's really fun to use. And yeah, just feel free to use openers. Like, feel free to learn openers as much as you can, because you still get stuff from out of it. Like, I don't care about the people that just flame on you for using openers. They call you, oh, opener main. Look at this guy spamming SDPC every round. Look at this SDPC main. He is an SDPC main. What is this? He's like, the reason why his efficiency is high, not because of his mid game, but also because of his opener. Okay, he's gone mid game now. That's why he's like actually high rank. But point is, openers work. They can cope hard. Okay, like look at my SS gameplay back then. I regularly abused openers. I regularly abused openers back then. Okay, let me put this in the description and let me find Spawfish. So where is Spawfish? Unfortunately, they are transitioning away from Tetrio. Well, yeah, good luck on them. Here is let me see if they have opener. Actually, okay, it's not here apparently. I think I'm gonna have to look at it in Discord then. I don't think they. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure they unlisted everything. Yeah. So I'm gonna look for it in Discord real quick, since I know people are going to be spamming it, especially in Fesh's Discord server. MKO tutorial. Should be here. Yeah. can't actually find it. Maybe in toss. Okay, small fish. I can't search for two things at much. This is such a meme. Opener showcase. Here we go. Found it. This still work. There we go. Took so long because it's unlisted. Let's go. Small fish. Here we go. Alright, so here. Okay, what was this? Yeah, here's the link. But yeah, feel free to learn openers as much as possible. But I think that's it for my analysis. So I just learn. Much as I want to say just learn, I really am just saying just learn. Okay. Feel free to leave messages in my Tetra DMs, and I will end stream now. And